Zone.
Hallo allerseits, herzlich willkommen zu In Other Waters auf der Nintendo Switch. New Game. Genau. Transitioning, please wait. Okay. Ich finde es jetzt schon cool. Das ist schön. Ah, das ist schön. Error detected. Okay. Rebuilding memory. Gut. Ach, so schön hätte es angefangen. Recovering last known log. User and sensorium disabled. N. There ain't any time left. This going to be more restrictive than you are used to, but you are resourceful. I know you. I'm sorry, okay, but I can't let them find you. I can't lose everything we achieved. Hell? Hi. Okay, user disconnected. Continue with boot. Okay. Hello, is someone there? Epsilon? This is Dr. Ellerly Vaz. I urgently need all systems of the suit activating. I've been locked out and I'm 20 meters below the surface here. I say again, this is Dr. Ellery Vaz. Can any operator personas on this suit please respond? Okay. Alright, good. Operator, activate all systems. Pilot authorization granted. Oof. Scan and topography? Scan and topography reads out coming through. Looking good. Utility? Okay, utilities available. Let's see. Sampling, sample storage, terminals and retrieval seem to be installed. Ich hoffe, das wird irgendwie noch alles genauer erklärt. Power. The power panel is activating. Plenty of juice. Oxygen. Oxygen panel is up and rebreather functioning. I'm off reserve oxygen now. Okay, hier sehen wir Ellery dürfte weiblich sein, glaube ich. Also wir sehen hier sie atmen. Heading. I'm seeing the heading panel coming online. Excellent. Und depth. Okay, good. The dive panel is active. Current reading of 20 meters. Gut, mit dem linken Stick können wir hier was machen. You don't seem to know what you're doing. You're not an operator, aren't you? Are you? Nö, sind wir nicht. Then what are you? Why are you installed in the suit? Help me out here. I knew there was something strange about the suit when I got inside. It looks decades old. Look, we don't have time for this, so whatever program or system you are, I need you to work with me. You seem to respond to voice commands, so that's a start. We need to head north. I'll explain once we get going, but right now I'm locked out of half the systems of this suit. Someone somehow has rewritten the permissions to only respond to internal messaging. That means you. So I'm going to need you to take control. Let's get moving. Take me north into the reef. Please. So, ich nehme an, wir geben hier die Richtung vor und mit B passiert dann was? Ach so, das ist Scan. Aha, ZL und ZR ist der Zoom. Okay, ja. Southern Gully. Steep rock walls rise up towards the surface on either side. The floor is layered with pale sand. Okay. Was ist jetzt A? Und da können wir jetzt... da können wir uns jetzt hinbewegen. Good, whatever you are doing, it's working. Let's keep heading north. Okay, also wir scannen zuerst, finden dann hier einen Punkt. Narrow pass. A boulder fills the passage, blocking out the warm light of Gliese 667. CC's 3 stars. Und mit A können wir jetzt hätte ich gedacht. Ach so, ja, mit A. Und nochmal A bestätigen wir. Gut, so bewegen wir uns also. Here the passage opens out back into the dappled light of the reef's shallows. Und mit A können wir wieder uns hinbewegen. Oh, was ist das? The softly flowing water is filled with glittering particles of organic matter, signs of rich and thriving life all around. Ui. Look, in the water, are those spores? And those stalks to the west, they look like huge fungi. This is unbelievable, actual alien life. How could Mine have kept this place a secret? I saw her notes at the base when I landed and some telltale signs on approach, but here it is. The first extraterrestrial life humanity has ever discovered. I can't believe it. Jo, dann werden wir mal hier rüber. Beds of these creatures coat the pale rocks. Are these plants or animals? They are unlike any earth coral or sponge. Schauen wir mal darüber. What were those creatures? They were hidden among the stalks. Quickly try to get a scan. Fungal creature made up of a series of stalks and plates attached to the rock. Color ranges from dark amber to acid yellow. These stalks are beautiful. I wonder how they feed, how they grow und so weiter. This planet needs to be studied. Keep scanning creatures and I'll keep notes. Kann ich da jetzt weiter? Once we gathered enough data, I can name and log each species. No matter what happens here, this is vital work. The stalks here are furred with spores which appear to have drifted down from the northern part of the reef. This creature's external membrane appears to be made of layers of chitin, like earth arthropods or fungi. I'm seeing a complex pattern of contracting and expanding slits in this stalk's membrane. Mouths or sensing organs. Gehen wir mal hier rauf. Protected by the ridges of from the strong northern currents, this could be a safe haven for young, softer species. Okay, ich kann jetzt eben aussuchen, ob ich hier oder hier hin will. Gut. These colonies are producing a shifting hum. Perhaps it is a form of communication between individuals. Kann ich die... Striped with luminous colors, these flexible, flapping creatures move rapidly through the water with little effort. These are such lively creatures and so colorful too. I'll start logging my observations. These creatures appear to maneuver with a series of siphon jets concealed beneath their folded mantles. They are incredibly fast. Flitting around the reef, these creatures chase stalk spores with great enthusiasm. Is this their primary food source? I'm seeing spores entering and exiting the slits on the surfaces of the stalk. Something is being exchanged. Among these spore-clogged stalks are piles of small stones. Could a creature have gathered them here or just the currents? Schauen wir mal darüber. These stalks are covered in spores of all sizes. Perhaps we can sample one of the larger ones. These creatures... I'm in position. You have to take the sample. Open up the sampling utility. Moment. These creatures aggressively pursue certain spores but ignore others completely. Can they detect differences in mineral content? The colonies seem to be broken up into individual patches and then larger groups over a wide area. What is that? What is it that dictates the reef's growth patterns? Sunlight, the flow of water, whatever it is, it must be absent here. Spores from the main part of the reef are brought into the southern nurseries here by a steady current. Sampling available. Mache ich das hier so richtig? Wie komme ich hier wieder weg? Ach so, hier. Okay. Ich habe jetzt mal alles durchgescannt. Sampling available, sagt er. Biosample scan. Und jetzt kann ich hier mit dem linken Stick wohl scannen. We've got one. Biological samples are vital tools for analyzing and understanding. But the suits should also allow you to deploy and sample back into the ocean. How about you test it out? Hold and drag it over to the central compass. Hold und drag. Und hier irgendwo. Und was passiert jetzt? Great, that's working as it should. Look, those creatures are coming from the spores. Why these ones in particular, I wonder. Perhaps different spores carry different compounds, each with a specific purpose or message. What do you think? Could these spores be a way of communicating between different colonies? Könnte schon sein. It isn't that strange. Fungi on Earth form networks of exchange. Maybe these stalks do the same. Anyway, sorry, I'm not sure why Let's keep moving. So, wir müssen wieder hier. Genau, wir können jetzt zum Beispiel hier rüber. Vector clear. Hey, can I ask you something? Na klar. I've worked with AI programs before, but you aren't like them. They are predictable, programmatic, dull. Their intelligence allows them to log and process data, that's all. But you're different. I feel like you are alive. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then you are different. I'm glad I'm not just imagining it. But what are you and what are you doing in this suit? Das weiß ich eigentlich selbst nicht. So. The current running into the reef slows here, but further north the water whips down the rift with incredible speed. Da gehen wir doch mal hin. Oh, da sind wieder welche. Fungal creature which communicates through sound and spores, an interlocking ecosystem seeded across the reef. I'm uploading my initial notes. Let's call these reef stalks. We can classify the species in the labs. Wide and long with sheer rock walls on either side. This deep rift channels unpredictable currents. This arch is covered in hardened stalks. Perhaps the slow current passing through brought the spores to settle here. Das ist eigentlich total anders als vieles, was ich bis jetzt gespielt habe. Static creature made up of one huge flexible stalk. Unclear if swaying this is due to current or is produced by the stalk's own body. These huge stalks are incredible, each one of an ecosystem. They are leaking spores into the water as the fruiting bodies attached to their skin bloom. These larger stalks sway all around this basin. They almost resemble branchless trees bending in the storm. Many of these stalks are leaking particles into the water as they sway. Are those spores or something else? Oops. Did you see that? The stalks responded to our movement. They extended as we passed through the arc. Perhaps it was the sound we made when we moved through. We should be careful not to get trapped here. The suit's power capacity is limited. The chitin of the stalk's membrane is very hard, but flexibility is given by a surface of overlapping plates. There's a lot of activity among the rocks ahead. Creatures are grazing on and living among the stalks, forming a complex ecosystem. Ui. Look, over to the southwest, that stalk is totally calcified. Looks like a good sample candidate. Southwest, der hier. The plates of the stalk surface passing over one another must be producing the distinctive hum that can be heard. These creatures must be related to the other stalks on the reef, but seem to have a separate purpose to the lower beds. Und hier unten sieht man immer Data gathered. Wenn das voll ist, dann dürfte man wieder genug gesammelt haben, um wieder Samples zu ziehen, sage ich mal, glaube ich. It's safe to assume that the singing of these stalks relates to the communication between colonies seen elsewhere on the reef. Erwischen wir das? Sing stalk. Large stalks with which sway producing a distinctive hum or groan. Die haben wir jetzt also genau erforscht. I've named these sing stalks for that strange hum they produce. What? Okay. Gehen wir da mal mitten rein, oder? The growth gets heavier as we travel north into the stalk forest. Something about giving it that name makes it feel safer, more familiar. Obwohl sie gesagt hat, eigentlich nach unten, nach Südwesten sollte ich, oder? This huge stalk is totally still. Its plates hardened into rocky shell. Can it be revived? Or is this what death looks like here? Schauen wir mal hier. This stalk looks dead. Open up the sampling panel and we can extract some of the outer membrane. There's lots of dead material here, so we should be able to take multiple samples. Und schauen wir mal, ob ich das jetzt so richtig habe. Okay. Und somit haben wir das eingegrenzt. Und einmal noch. So. Zack, zack. Okay, so the chitin appears to be hardened with calcium carbonate. That could be useful if we... This suit is able to metabolize organic compounds to produce food. Just drag them to the power panel. The suit displays how much oxygen or power each sample can produce. No point wasting important samples. With these we can keep one sample so we can analyze it back on the base and use the other for a power boost. Also die können wir jetzt nehmen und hier hinein. Und das zweite lassen wir hier. Oh, vector blocked. Der ist jetzt auch geblockt. Oh, da haben wir noch was. Shelled creature. Okay, these creatures have such beautiful translucent shells. I'll start logging data on them as we find them. Okay, weil wir können nicht unbedingt viel bewegen. Schauen wir, ob es hier irgendwo weitergeht. Okay, the space between the rocks here is thick with stalks. The elaborate pattern they trace across the reef are beautiful. Okay, ich würde sagen, das war's für heute. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.